Hey everyone, TJ here, back with another video. So I saw a lot of comments all on social media in this channel. A lot of you believe that maybe MSTR goes to zero. So I know the stock has been in a constant downtrend. Okay, we take a look here at the monthly chart and blow it up and kind of look at the stock based upon its Bitcoin standard era. We can see that MSTR has been down now 4 months in a row. So this 4-month downtrend has obviously spooked a lot of people, and a lot of people are down on their positions, and a lot of you think that the sky is falling and MSTR could go to zero, because it just seems like every single day the stock just goes down and down and down and there's no end in sight. And of course, you know, things aren't looking good as well with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin has been down for 2 months in a row, starting in Q4 when the downturn started. And we take a look here at the quarterly chart. We can see that Bitcoin is down quite a bit in Q4, down almost 20%. Okay, but you know, if we take a look here and we back up and kind of zoom out a bit when it comes to MSTR, we'll see a couple of things that stand out right now. First off, I've mentioned time and time again that on the weekly chart, the RSI is still sitting right at 30, which is historically oversold levels. And the MNAV is extremely cheap. So we take a look here over at the MNAV. We take a look at the basic shares. We can see that the MNAV is now trading at 0.9. Okay, so 0.9 meaning it would be cheaper to purchase MSTR than it would to purchase a spot Bitcoin. So I think a lot of people are going to come in and buy up the dip. It looked like the shorts had been beginning to cover some of their positions, because I was taking a look at some of the daily volume and it was higher than usual. So we see this, the volume for the stock has been constantly increasing. Okay, over the last couple of days, last November 12th, it was 10 million, then 16 million, then 23 million, and most recently 28 million. So there's a lot of volume coming into the stock right now at these price levels, and it's currently sitting at the 200-day EMA. So, you know, I think one of the things that quickly comes to mind is that we're basically at a point of extreme fear in the markets. So the CNN Greed and Fear Index is currently sitting at 14 extreme fear. But the good news is that NVIDIA had pretty strong earnings, okay, after market hours on Wednesday. So the stock, you know, was up a bit. So it says NVIDIA's blockbuster results delivered a fresh jolt of AI optimism into markets, boosting U.S. stock futures and overseas chip stocks. Investors had turned jittery about the big tech's massive artificial intelligence spending commitments, with shares selling off. But NVIDIA's results out late Wednesday showed the chip maker still reaping the rewards. Shares jumped 5% pre-market after NVIDIA reported a record $570 billion in quarterly sales. So what we have coming up later today is we have the job markets report coming out. Okay, so it says ahead of the jobs report, here are 3 key charts of the labor chart. The unemployment rate and delayed September payrolls report will be an important focus for investors, alongside the headline job gains. Economists surveyed by the Wall Street Journal expect unemployment held around 4.3% in September. So we should get that jobs report coming out later today. Here are some of the projections. It says the U.S. is likely at around 50,000 jobs in September. A gentle acceleration from August is 22,000, according to economists polled by the Wall Street Journal. Now, the BLS report is due at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so just about an hour before I'm currently recording this video. So it says the BLS said Wednesday it won't publish a standalone October edition. Will release the November iteration on December 16th. That means the Fed Reserve officials will head into their next policy setting meeting with an incomplete picture of the labor market. Traders scale back bets that the Fed will cut rates next month after new data was scheduled to publish. So just understand that there's a lot of fear here. We have delayed jobs reports. Okay, good earnings by NVIDIA that lifted the NASDAQ 100 a bit, and that's one of the reasons why I believe MSTR is up pre-market from 186. But as I've been talking on this video, the EMA of $200, $184, which is the support for the 200-day EMA, is a really crucial level. If we break below this 200-day EMA, we could be headed towards 150 or more, but I really don't think that's going to happen, because the volume is up, which means more and more people are buying the dip, as you can see here on this accelerated volume. So Remember, the MNAV is below 1. So this has only happened twice ever since the company went under a Bitcoin standard era. It happened back in 2022 and happened back in 2023. And each previous time this happened, you buy up the dip. So there's really like a nice 10% discount on MSTR right now, meaning that the amount of Bitcoin on the company's balance sheet, okay, is actually more than the company's current market value. To verify what I'm talking about, you can see the Bitcoin MNAV is 59,681,000,000, while the market cap is only 53 billion. So I don't know how long this 10% discount will last, but in the past, buying these discounts has been really advantageous. So what I always like to say is, if you can get a discount on MSTR in relation to its Bitcoin holdings, you should buy MSTR. And then when the MNAV is accelerated and high, well over 1, that's when it's cheaper to buy spot Bitcoin. So right now, it's simply just cheaper to buy MSTR, because at the end of the day, the total Satoshis per share has increased. So for those of you that are following my channel, you know that I had been posting videos in the past where the amount of Satoshis per share was about 200,000 on the basic shares, and now it's 226,000. So even though the MSTR stock is the fiat price is going down, each individual share is gaining in value. This is the magic of MSTR, and this is why I don't believe the stock is going to go to zero, because in order for the stock to go to zero, that means that Bitcoin would have to go to zero, okay? And we already talked about the company is well capitalized, okay? The chances of bankruptcy are very low. It has a debt to equity ratio of 14%, meaning the company could simply liquidate some of its Bitcoin holdings and easily cover its debts. The company is completely different from how it was built 25 years ago. So for those of you out there that aren't familiar with the .com bubble, check out my previous video of Michael Saylor crash MSTR, like the 2000 .com bubble. That should be real eye-opening. It should build a lot of confidence. And for those of you that remember that video, there was a line in it where Saylor said he was trying to build a company stronger than Microsoft, and the best way to do that is with Bitcoin. So, you know, I would say if you have spare money to invest, definitely consider buying the dip here. This jobs report could help provide some more stability to the markets, and I don't think we're going to see MSTR under $200 forever. So I get my paycheck soon, I'm going to be smash buying the dip. Right now, I usually buy Bitcoin when I get my paycheck, but since MSTR is trading below an MNAV of 1, I'm going to be buying MSTR. I'm going to be buying this discount like crazy. And for those of you out there that want to trade with leverage, buy a copy of my ebook, MSTR Options Cash Flow. I show you how to do this, and I also show you how to hedge your position. Folks, if you're worried about losing money, if you can't stand losses, you need to learn how to hedge your bets. All the pros do this. Okay, for those of you with 1, 2, 3 shares of MSTR, 10 shares, you probably don't need to learn how to do this, because the amount of money you have invested really isn't substantial. But if you're holding 100, 500, 1,000 shares or more, you need to learn how to do this. I explain how to do this in my ebook, MSTR Options Cash Flow. It's $50. Folks, some of you have hundreds of thousands of dollars invested in stock. How are you not willing to invest $50 to figure out how to protect your gains? There really isn't any reason why anyone watching this channel should be taking any massive losses on their positions unless you're dabbling in options. And I've said time and time again that you probably shouldn't put more than 1 to 5% of your portfolio in options. So for those of you that don't trade options, you don't need to check out this ebook that I've written, and it's 25-30 pages of easy to follow content if you're a complete beginner, because you need to hedge your positions. Okay, some of you are down 40, 50, 60%. You're panic selling. You're losing half of your money when all you had to do was learn how to buy put options expiring about a year in advance at a nice strike price. And even as the value of your equity shares goes down, your common stock goes down, you're going to basically recoup those losses with the puts. So like I said, invest in your knowledge. Don't just go out there flying blindly, buy the stock at annual highs and then panic sell at the bottom. That's exactly the opposite of what you should be doing. You should be hedging your position. For those of you out there that have a massive position, you should be buying dips and selling rips. And I explain all of this in my book, and I'm going to finish my MSTR to 30K guide this week. So that'll kind of explain my thesis. But for those of you out there, there's a reason why the derivatives market is much larger than the actual stock market, because you can use options to make money whether MSTR goes up, down, or sideways. So like I said, the stock will not go to zero. I don't know why everyone is dealing with so much FUD. That's not true. This is not a fiat stock. I don't invest in fiat stocks. I only invest with companies that have Bitcoin on their share because it's impossible for the stock to go to zero. So I hope everybody kind of learned something in this video. I'm going to wrap things up. If you enjoy my content, please join the MSTR Investors Club, chat in the Discord chat, and watch some of my members only videos. Hang in there. I will be buying the dip this week, and I'll be posting my full brand new position. I'm probably going to do a 4-figure smash buy just because I want to get these shares where the MNAV is cheap. I'll be posting that screenshot in the MSTR Investors Club later this week. So for those of you that want to follow me, you can check that out by joining. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be posting any of my personal portfolio on this channel because these videos I'm posting are free and I really don't know who's watching them. And I don't feel 100% comfortable with complete strangers seeing what my net worth is and things like that. I just don't feel comfortable doing it. So like I said, if you enjoy my content, join the MSTR Investors Club or buy my ebook to support me. And that's all I got. See everyone in the next one. Take care.